Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this Game Pass game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is The Evil Within 2. Sebastian is back and ready to save his apparently not dead daughter from an open world hell. Is it worth going back to see The Evil Within? Let's find out. Evil Within 2 is an Xbox, PC, and cloud release again, and it once again features cross-save, but only between cloud and Xbox. This does have FPS boost, which really only affects Series S, as there's also Xbox One X Enhanced, which carries over to the Series X, both of which get the frame rate up to 60 FPS. And this game is 13 to 14 hours long. So what exactly is The Evil Within 2? Well, it's a return to the third-person action horror from the first game, but with more of an open-world emphasis, as well as an improved crafting system. The story is that Sebastian's daughter, who he thought had died in the house fire, is apparently back and hooked up to the horrific brain machine that makes worlds out of people's minds that was in the first game, and for whatever reason, it's been overcome with evil, so Sebastian's got to go in there, get his daughter out, and dismantle this whole giant mess. While on the surface this game seems very similar to The Evil Within 1, the game makes a lot of fairly significant changes. As mentioned, it's now open world, with a central open world hub area that you will often return to. There's really only kind of one area, and it deteriorates over the course of the game. There are still linear segments, however, as you explore smaller areas within that world, or continue the story through set pieces. There's now difference in weapon crafting and skill upgrades, which is nice. There's a split in resources, as well as a crafting system where you can build your own ammo for the weapons you prefer, which means using a favorite weapon throughout is now viable. Stealth has also seen a massive boost with a skill tree addition. The open world is the real star of the show here, though, and it shows. You are equipped with a radio that helps you find nearby events and locations that are of import, as well as an honest-to-God map as you explore this massive area. So expect this game's combat to feel similar to The Evil Within, but exploration to be very different. So what do I like about The Evil Within 2? Well, I felt that the shooting feels a ton better. The stealth is also way better as well, which means you can play through the game as Solid Snake as you want, which I appreciate the variety. The new upgrade system feels very rewarding. The rewards you get are fairly significant, with each area kind of gaining a superpower that changes the way you play the game a little bit. And lastly, the open world surprisingly works, with every little area you find having its own mini or major event to make the discoveries worthwhile. You keep finding little interesting things along the way that kind of build into a large subplot. In terms of the bad, this game lost its gritty, grimy, gross identity of the first game, and that's kind of what made the first game stand out. So the areas are a lot more generic, and frankly, this game is not scary at all. The story is still really stupid, with mediocre voice acting. The story is just incredibly bland. And lastly, the main open world is really the only one you encounter, and while it does deteriorate and change over the course of the game, it feels really samey. It's just a suburban American town. I really wish they had gone more in and had more open world areas. So you know, rate games on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, don't bother. This is a maybe consider, and while it may look similar on the surface, The Evil Within 2 is a very different game from its predecessor. While it's gained a good deal of polish and an open world to explore, it's lost a lot of what gave the first game its unique identity. As an open world horror shooter, it's quite fun, but fans of the first game might be put off by how much the sequel has deviated from its grisly horror roots. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and go out there and enjoy The Evil Within 2 after you give this video a like. Come on, you know you wanna.